Okay, here we are. Bit of a cloudy day, but check this out. I headed off from the marina over there. I took off, put up the mainsail. I was anchored just outside the marina actually, and pointing straight in the wind. So put up the mainsail at anchor, and slowly turned around, sailed out, put up the front sail, the Genoa, and look, you can see how calm the ocean is, and wind would be 10 knots tops, like not even 10 knots, and just doing a beautiful cruise. I would call this, even though it's cloudy, I would say we're doing 5.5 knots. This qualifies as champagne sailing. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and making our way to Great Keppel Island, where I've got my anchor with the buoy ready for me to just hook up. So life's easy. Haven't started the engine yet, which is great because I've got water in the gearbox. And mechanic said I can idle it in and out of port, but that's all. And yeah, paying for that to be fixed in 10 days, which isn't cheap. It's like 3.5 grand. But anyway, it's got to be done. They say, what's the joke? It goes, what do women and boats have in common? When you stop throwing thousands out at them, they turn to shit. But anyway, terrible joke, but the boating part of it is very true. It's, you know, it's lovely and awesome. I wouldn't swap it. It's bloody unreal, but it is pretty costly. Anyway, having a crack at sail this morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and the weather, it's dead set in the middle of winter. It's the 2nd of July, and up in Yeppoon, and in the mornings from about 6 to 8 or 9, you probably throw on a light jumper, but it's still like shorts and thongs. You know, like the winter up here is just off the charts awesome. It's beautiful. It's still swim without a wetsuit, and it's a bit chilly, but it's still, you know, it's that in between part where you need a wetsuit and you don't need a wetsuit, and just awesome. Like sleeping in the boat, it's warm as. I'm kicking the blankets off at night because it's too hot, and certainly not like down south, down the Goldie or Brisbane. It's a really pleasant change. I'm starting to think I might have to make this winter escape every year. But anyway, certainly learned from my first trip coastal cruising up here. I learned a lot, and I'm sure I'll learn a lot more. Anyway, back to my chicken and champagne breakfast. Well, here we go again. I am wedged between North Keppel Island and Pinkin Island, and a beautiful spot and lovely anchorage in the morning, a little bit rough at night, but look, I thought I'd talk about cool boat bits. And I've got my daughters, I've got Sarah coming up, and they're going to spend a few nights on the boat, and we're going to go to Great Keppel Island and stay there for a little while. But cool boat bits, the one of the things that drives me nuts at home is when you're putting a quilt cover on top of a quilt and you're wrestling with the corners, you're shaking it down, and finally you think, all right, I've got it right, you put it on and it's around the wrong way, you got to pull it all out again, get the right corner. It drives me crazy. So anyway, as a skipper of the boat, this is what I did. Let's have a look. It's really cool. So I've grabbed each corner of the quilt and the cover and I've sewn them together. Got out the sail stitching, and you know, I didn't know what knot to tie. So when you don't know what knot to tie, you seem to go back to the shoelace granny knot, and when you can't tie knots, tie lots. So that's what I did on each corner, and I think that all men and women might find this one interesting. It might even go viral, and we might, you know, start a little trend. But that's something that drives me nuts on the boat, is when you're tossing and turning, because the boat rocks a bit. You know, you toss and turn throughout the night. You wake up and your quilt is just in a bundle. It's a ball. So hopefully this fixes that issue, and my girls come on and have a pretty good night's sleep without any issues of the quilt, you know, curling up inside itself. Anyway, that's my cool boat bits for today. Bye.